Ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while I'll start doing something, not thinking it's interesting enough to make a video. Then all of a sudden, halfway through, it becomes interesting and I wish I had made a video. Take this 2002 Ford F-150 for instance. It just needed some air conditioning work. I assumed it leaked, needed a compressor or something like that. When I checked the pressure in the low side, there was none in there. Like an idiot, I didn't check the high side. So when I took it apart, I ended up with a big mess and I might have killed a few sea turtles. This mess right here, this just exploded in my face because I didn't check the high side, I only checked the low. Now that I'm all covered in UV green and I smell like something similar to cat litter, let me explain that the only way you can have pressure in one side and not the other is if you have a blockage someplace. This can happen in your condenser, there's other places in the system that can get plugged up or collapse, but the most common problem is an orifice. Let me show you this thing. Now I've already got this thing tore apart. This line right here is the suction line from the evaporator to the core. And you can see down in there that oil is nasty. Honestly, this entire system should be replaced simply based on that alone. But in there you can see this sort of thing. Let me pull that out of I'm just going to blow some of that crap out of there because this is a 23-year-old truck and I'm not replacing the entire air conditioning system. I don't want this stuff to slide further down that line and end up in the pump. All right, let me pull that thing out of there. Oh, dude. I don't think this system's ever going to work again, but we'll try it. There's our orifice valve thing. Let's clean it up a little bit so I can show you what this is. These little frayed off pieces of metal are probably from inside of the condenser, and this old slimy stuff is probably just oil from 23 years ago that's turned into grease, I think. None of it looks that good, but this is the thing that's supposed to be in there. I'm going to go find a replacement and try to rinse out the condenser, but I have no hope for this system. Even if I get it working now, it probably won't work for very long. Let's see. Now, this is the thing right here in its brand spanker's form. I believe it's called an orifice tube. If not, I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. Let's try to clean out that condenser some. Now guys, don't do this dumb shit. I just put an air compressor hose on the top line for that condenser and I'm going to pump a bunch of brake clean through it. Woohoo! Spring brake. Ralph. Alright, this guy goes in there, white side in, all the way in there. Then I just hook up the lines. Alright, lines are all hooked up. Now I'm vacuuming it down with a manifold gauge. I'll leave it on the vacuum for about 20 minutes to get all the moisture and crap out of there. Hopefully that's long enough. Got it charged up and it's actually blowing cold air. For how long? Who the hell knows? Look at that, some idiot's got a bunch of grease all over his face and he doesn't even seem to know it. This truck's going to be around here a while, so when this air conditioner does finally fail, I'll make a video showing you why it happened. That video will probably be called Contaminated Air Conditioning System. Until then,